It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to Unitas. It's the best of bias. Your best of bias. Yeah, it's the best of bias.
You are now listening to the Best of Bias Podcast with Lydell Dinero and Hugo Twilight.
What's up, everybody? It's your boy Lydell Dinero, and it's time for another episode of the Best of Bias Podcast. It's your boy Lydell Dinero, of course. In the building, we got an extra special guest. It's not just a guest, it's family. It's family on this podcast today. Who we got in the building?
Kevin Woods, owner of Cam's Catering and Creating Alternative Minds Apparel.
Welcome. First time guest on the Best of Bias Podcast. First of many, I'm sure.
Yes, long overdue.
Yeah. First and foremost, man, how you been?
Chilling, cuz. Chilling. Just trying to get business up and going more, level up, you know what I'm saying? Trying to plan out some pop-ups for my apparel and the food, and sticking with the weekly dinners that I do on Sundays.
Okay.
Got some things going on tomorrow.
Okay, you can elaborate on it. Go ahead. Go ahead. What's the cooking? What's the clothing? Elaborate. Go ahead.
Well, the clothing is this here. We got sweatsuits, for Cam's Catering. We got the Creating Alternative Minds hoodies.
Mm-hmm.
We got some shirts, a couple of Cam U hoodies, which is the historic Black College Inspire hoodies that I did with the Creating Alternative Minds. Just add the U for the university. And the message, man, basically behind that is just to inspire everybody to create an alternative mind, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Lead the status quo, the stigmas, believe you could do anything. Pretty much a lot of the cliches that people say from the 1% that make it, but it really is all it takes, you know what I'm saying? You got to have the mind statement and just stay driven and go for it. That's what I'm doing right now.
Right. And a lot of the youth out there, they're not really used to alternative ways of thinking. They're so used to the way of the old ways, what's kind of ingratiated into their minds. Like, you got to do this, you got to do this, you got to do this. But in my world, it was, okay, you got to go to school, you got to do this, you got to go to school. But nowadays, I feel like there's other ways to make a name for yourself, other ways to make money for yourself, to financially satisfy your family by either creating something, entrepreneurship. There's been a bunch of entrepreneurship since COVID hit, of course, because people had to create alternate ways of thinking to run their business. So I love that aspect. I love that angle you're going with it. What inspired you to start a clothing brand? I know you were doing the cooking and the chefing and the, explain a little more. What inspired you?
Well, as you know, back in high school, I used to make my own clothes back then. Mm-hmm. That you were one of my biggest supporters on.
Oh yeah, of course. You know me in the fashion. I gotta be one of the first in the door.
Yeah,
put my toe in there.
So I used to always draw when I was younger, and as you're familiar with, I used to do a lot of the cartoon characters. A lot of people's favorite cartoon characters in high school, I would draw on shirts and paint. Mm-hmm. And I had that was called It's the Paint. Mm-hmm. And basically, for like the last few years, I always kind of wanted to dive back into the apparel business. I just didn't know really what I wanted to do.
Hold on one second here. Let's let the people know that you said you started a business in high school.
Yeah, for sure.
You started a business in high school.
Yeah.
Let this be a lesson
I
to you.
supported it, and a lot of people at the school supported it, and that's what was real dope about it. Of course, I thought my cousins would just on GP, but when I started getting clientele from all the other classes at the school, that's when I knew, I had something, like at least a talent as far as the drawing and stuff. And just, it gave me the vision of I can do this, I can run a business. So that's kind of where it started. I was probably about 15, 16 when that was going on. 30 now, blessed to say. But just for the last few years, I always wanted to go back into it. I was going to do the paint thing again, but what I was going to do was just for kids. Mm-hmm. So my little plan with that was to make some shirts. I have a whole fleet of shirts, different characters and everything, and go to the piers in the city or something and showcase them that way.
Yeah.
So that led into just getting back into the clothes wholeheartedly, you know what I mean, and just create a brand. So at first, with this KK, what I was gonna do was just have everything showcase the name that's Cam's Catering. But a great mentor of mine, my uncle, had heard my little pitch, and he had suggested that maybe I should think about coming up with another name because he said, nephew, a lot of people support you and your food and all that, but when you go in the apparel lane, you might want to have something more universal because not to say people won't support you and wear something that says catering on it, but you will want something a little more universal that other people could rock. You know what I'm saying? Just something that could be like streetwear. So I took that advice and just got to brainstorming. And then my son name is Cameron with a K. So I literally just took the first three letters of his name and made it into an acronym. So that's why if you notice the K on creating is for him, for KAM, for Cam.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
But the flip on the changing the C to a K is also the message of creating an alternative mind. You know what I mean?
Right.
So things could be done different. You know what I mean? You ain't got to go with the status quo.
Right.
And just go for it. So business is doing cool. Of course, everybody want to be successful in one day.
Mm-hmm.
I fell victim of that, thinking that I had such a dope idea and I didn't understand like this gotta pop right away. Like I only have limited merch. Everything that drop will be 10 or less of each item. And that's just to shift everybody's mind into understanding like what these other brands are doing. Your Louis, your Gucci's. You don't see 60 people with the same Gucci shirt on when you go out. You know what I mean? You see a one of one,
right?
Or you'll see a celebrity rocket and everybody want to go get that, but you're not really accessible to get that. Mm-hmm. So with me, I just wanted to take the same approach. Like I could be that. You know what I mean? I could be a Louis. I could be a Gucci. I have good quality stuff. Right. All my stuff comes from China. I have a designer and vendor out there in China that helped me with all my stuff. Nice. And they believe in the vision. So I'm just doing that, man, trying to stay 10 toes down and make it happen.
That's what's up. And the food, yeah, what's going on with that? What's the deals of the week? What's going on?
Tomorrow we got, I'm doing a little fish and chicken combos with the inside out loaded baked potatoes.
Okay.
I have an apple cucumber salad along with a drink, some rolls, and a free dessert. Every week we give away a free dessert. I'm on Facebook, Instagram at Cam's Catering LLC. So you can find me anywhere, man.
And send me the pictures. Send me all the pictures and stuff. We'll put all the information right here on the bottom of the screen. With the menus and everything, so everybody can know where to get that, where to support, because it's impressive, man. I'm really proud of you, of everything you've been doing, man. Super inspirational. You've been doing this since high school, like I said. So the mind is there. I know the vision. I see the vision. I've seen the vision. So, man. Big ups to that.
Yes, appreciate it. What's up with you, man?
Me, you know what it is. It's just the podcast, mostly just working a little bit, but just trying to give my most back to the Best of Bias audience. You know what I mean? I'm here every week, doing an episode a week, whether it be bringing the episode reviews of Marvel shows. We do movies, pop culture episodes, what's been going on the last couple of weeks. Content. A lot of shit just bringing to the people, so they can have something to hear, man. I'm here for the people, dropping all the latest news, the best of bias, whatever people want to hear, whatever their bias is, I'm bringing it to the table. You know what I mean? I'm collecting pops back there, as you can see.
Yeah, I see that.
I'm waiting for my first zone. What's that?
Cam hella likes those. If you see that, he'll be on you. Like, cause I need one or two or all.
I'm trying to collect my black superhero characters first, and a little bit of the anime characters I like. I got the Super Saiyan Gohan down there eating noodles. I just got my T'Challa Star-Lord from What If for the collection.
You got the Charlemagne book back there too, I see.
I got both Charlemagne books. I got Shook One and Black Privilege. My boy Kurt just wrote a book called The Triangle, some other kind of mental health, kind of not really mental health, but kind of like, thinking shit, really deep, really psychedelic, you know what I mean? So I'm really into mental health and just mental awareness about other shit and just mental the mental space. Just be mentally calm, be mentally there, be mentally at peace. This is what I want for everybody. You know what I
It's
mean?
important. You know what I
Yeah,
mean? The
yeah,
community, period. Not even just our community, the
right,
human community. You know what I mean?
right. You never know. It's like that one day you get the 8 hours of sleep, you get hella good sleep, and you wake up hella refreshed, just carefree on like a Saturday or some shit like that. I want that feeling all the time, man. And I can live each day like a fucking Saturday morning. Though I have to go to work and make money and shit, but it's like fuck. At least my mind state will be positive, and I think that positive mind state can get me through days. But if I'm in a negative mind state, stressed out about a bunch of bullshit, I feel like it'll take longer for my day to get through, and negative shit gets more negative to me, and it's just gloom and doom from there. You know what I mean? So
Gotta
this
protect
is
your
my way
peace.
of venting. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you gotta protect your peace at all costs.
Exactly. And this is my piece. The listeners, they're here. The YouTube is growing. These videos, like I said, Ariel is AKA, as you guys know him out there, is putting together quality stuff for you guys to see out there. You know, the viewers are going up on the videos. We ain't got enough. Everybody out there, subscribe, like, comment, all that shit.
Yeah,
We
man.
gotta grow this shit, man. Hit that like button. We got more and more
We're
shit.
gonna
Football
dive
season
deep
just
today.
started. You know what I'm saying? We got fantasy coming up. I'll talk about all that shit at the end of the podcast. But without further ado, we're gonna get into what today's topic is about. We got sports talk, of course. Last week was a big week in the NFL. I'll be remiss if I didn't catch you guys up on what happened. Talk about the Buccaneers, of course, because that's what I do on this podcast most of the time. I do a little rant about the Buccaneers. I know I don't really have other people's on here to defend their team, so it's gonna be cool to have some other perspectives on the NFL and stuff like that. So we're gonna see how you feel about what I'm gonna say, but I'm gonna throw it at you rapid fire, and I hope you're ready for it. It's gonna be super organic, all love. But yeah, it's a sports episode, y'all. We got a lot of stuff to talk about. Of course, Thursday's game I didn't talk about, but that's all the way in the past because it's already another Thursday night game. But like I said, we're gonna get into it. So firstly, let me ask you, Kev, how'd you think your 49ers did? How'd they look to you?
Well, took about 2 days to recover from the near heart attack I had from the potential comeback.
Yeah.
But that's just vintage Kyle Shanahan, man. Like, I don't know what I had to catch myself because I was playing Madden the other day and I had a big lead and I almost let them come back playing how he played.
Yeah.
Throwing. Bro, you got to run that rock. You know what I'm saying? We got Elijah Mitchell, you know what I'm saying, the young buck coming in for Raheem Mostert. You know, Sherman missed last week, so hopefully he get to come back. Ohio State alum.
Yeah.
My college I love to, root
yeah.
for.
We'll talk about that too in a little bit.
But I was super happy, super impressed. We was up 41-10. We lost Barrett, on the torn ACL. And we got a lot of names coming through. We just got Drake Kirkpatrick, the ex-Bama corner, Josh Norman. Everybody know Josh Norman.
Right.
And hopefully they saying we're trying to go get Sherm back. But I advise that we go get Sherm and Earl Thomas, who's still sitting on the side.
Damn.
I think he could bring a lot to the table and help us to make that push for the playoffs. But I was very satisfied. I just wish Kyle would really learn from his mistakes and just give me a call. You know what I'm saying? At halftime, if you need, I can definitely advise you on what to do to secure that win.
Okay, I feel you. So some of the stats I got here. I got Jimmy G, 17 for 25, 314 yards, and a touchdown. How'd you feel about Jimmy G? You think Trey Lance should be starting, or you think Jimmy G still who y'all need right
in the perfect position. Sad part is that everybody human, you know what I mean? And everybody's human element is eventually going to rear its ugly head. And this week, that happened with Jimmy G. We're coming out saying and admitting that splitting time with Trey Lance has been difficult. And I used to play quarterback in high school. As you know, you was my running back. So I can only imagine. And I wasn't the fastest, but I did know how to move around, you know what I'm saying? So in the pocket. But I understand what he mean by that. But me as a true diehard fan, I think this year is just going to be a magical year. Like, I feel if he just keep his head down, keep auditioning for the other 31 teams that he may be a part of next year, he got to just do what he got to do, and he got to understand that he put himself in this position. You know what I mean? Like, we lost the Super Bowl, not really all because of you. Everybody talk about that one overthrow to E-Man, but you know what I mean? I just feel he turned it over. He injury prone, 2 injury seasons, and then one season he don't get hurt. We go to the Super Bowl. So it's kind of like, how do you really root for or against that? Me personally, I'm happy we got Trey Lance, but like I said, I did play quarterback, so I know he did go to FCS school. He only played 1 year, didn't play last year, so he got a lot of learning to do. You know what I mean? So I think the way that Kyle doing it is genius, honestly.
I feel that. You
I
had
like
Debo, 9 catches for 189 yards in a tub, but he did have that fumble. Are you looking forward to Debo this year? He's a little scary because he's been injured a little bit lately. I mean, in the past. So Debo's looking good. How do you feel about him?
Debo being Debo, playing like Debo, taking everybody money in their chains. Came out and made a big impact that first week. But just like Kittle, I feel he kind of played a little too aggressive at a position. You know what I'm saying? That's what gives the injuries. Kittle had a play where he had caught a drag route and stiff armed the guy and cut back, and then just went and lowered his head and literally on a run over anybody this way. But last year, that's how he got hurt. You know what I'm saying? So I just feel if they play a little bit more finesse, they'll keep us a little more sane as fans. But they ballers, man.
All right. And what about Ayuk? What's going on with him and the coach? Are they
Man,
bad terms? What's going on? Because I had high hopes for him. I almost drafted him in fantasy. I'm glad I didn't now. For right now, at least.
I don't know, man. It's still too early to see. He got the talent. He seen to jump over the Eagles player last year, so we seen that. But as fans, that's kind of like, I don't think he on the Odell Beckham tier, but if you just go back to how Odell made that one spectacular catch, and that's literally what held his career up, but he's been hurt ever since. You know what I'm saying? So for Ayuk, I'm hoping that play is not the highlight of his career.
Me too. I like Ayuk a lot. I like
Please
him a lot
don't
at
kill me,
Arizona
but
State.
are we allowed to smoke over here?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, you're fine. You're fine. Yep.
Yeah,
I
man.
believe so. Shit. People smoke on YouTube all the time. And I just got to mark it explicit, and I don't mind. Nobody can really see you smoking in the audio. So do your thing, Playboy. Do your thing.
Just got to do my due diligence, be and show my manners.
No, yeah, whatever, man. Just be chilling, chopping it up. So I would be remiss if I didn't talk about the rest of your division. I said that twice. Remiss. I don't know why I keep saying that. It's just one of the things. It's the word of the week. Remiss. Write it up there, Aria. Right up there. Remiss. I got to talk about the NFC West, man, because I feel like that's the biggest competition.
Best division in football.
It definitely is. I think it's going to be the biggest competition to us going back to back. You know what I mean? I feel like, I don't know who's going to be the biggest competition, but each of these teams got off, and I don't know if it's just the week one. Everybody's just feeling themselves, and they're gonna come back down to earth week 2. But let me just go through some of these quarterbacks and their starts and some of their highlights. So I got Seattle here. They won 28-16. Russell Wilson went 18 for 23, 254, and 4 touchdowns with a 158 passer rating. Russell Wilson, he always seems to find a way to do it. Lockett and Metcalf both had 100 yards and a touchdown. Actually, I think Metcalf had 60 yards and a touchdown, but I know Lockett
missed him in fantasy. I had him last year. He was a dog.
Yeah, Lockett had 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. I had Lockett on my team. He got off. Russell always finds a way to get him open. I think their defense is still suspect. I think Russell Wilson, he got, who was the lineman that he signed back? Dwayne Brown?
Well, Dwayne Brown, because he was crying about it.
Yeah. They just signed him back, and he's 36 years old. I don't think he's dope. He's dope, but I still think our ends will eat up that old ass man. You know what I mean? So if you're going to sign him to big money like that, you got to know what you're going up against. Do you think that he's going to hold up against y'all defensive ends?
Yeah, I'm still not super. I don't want to really say it like that, but the jury's still out on our defense because people got to understand. I feel like we just had that mystique that we've been having a solid defense for the last few years under Rob Saleh. but he got his new job at the Jets. You know what I'm saying? Jets new head coach. So D'Amico Ryans is now our new DC, and he was a hell of a player. You know what I'm saying? Ex-Texan for those who don't know, but he was a good linebacker. But for me, I just feel that was week one. You know, because that's partly on him letting up on that 41-10 deficit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So that's
was
not
crazy.
clamping down and all that. So that is growing pains with that. But I feel like we have Tyre Street, who's like emerging, a baller at DT. Nick Bosa, self-explanatory. But other than that, I mean, we got Eric Armstead. It's just boys they gotta prove it. You know what I mean? Like we did. I mean, the Super Bowl was 2 years ago. You know what I mean? That's over and done with. That team is not there no more.
Right.
Still got some ballers on that team, but like you said, I mean, like I said earlier, we have a lot of injuries already. So we got a lot of like Clinton Diggs. We got a lot of like players that had names once. So we just got to see if everybody can come together. D'Amico can get them boys to go get this chip for real, for real.
Yeah, because these receivers, man, especially Seattle. I don't know if Josh Gordon's gonna be anything, but he always likes to pop up in Seattle. And then Russell Wilson always cries for the next available receiver that's on the market, and he never gets them.
Right.
But we'll see what happens with them. Chris Carson, 16 carries, 91 yards.
Solid.
Yeah. Elijah Mitchell, though, was it 19 carries, 204 yards? Or is that 104? I can't read my writing. Maybe 104 yards. I'll say 200.
We run a committee. We got Hasty back there.
Yeah.
That's why I don't really worry about that. I feel so bad about Mostert. I hope he come back. I hope we keep him because he already went through the carousel and we finally got him and locked him up. But he injury prone and shit.
Is that music coming from my house? Or is that from you?
What?
Is there music playing at your house?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Pause that one time. I was like, whoa! I thought that. I keep looking out the window, thinking that's at my house.
Somebody slapping.
Yeah, I'm like, what the fuck? If it's somebody else's music playing, they're gonna demonetize it.
That's funny.
But I don't think I can hear any words at all, really, to be honest.
Yeah, I was slapping some Larry June in the back. My therapy.
After that, I fought y'all. Shout out Larry June though, but we can't get demonetized. All right, but next, I wanted to get Derek on here to talk about the fucking Rams. Because them motherfuckers talking all this shit.
You don't need him or them. Okay.
Yeah. Oh shit, I forgot since we added that one fucking another account and you switch, we're gonna have to send you another one. So we're gonna have a little commercial break in like 5 minutes here. And then I'll send you another link to another video so we can hop back into it and talk some more sports. Sure. But before that, let's talk a little bit more about these Rams. Matthew Stafford, 20 for 26, 321 yards. We had 3 touchdowns, 156 passer rating. They had some explosive plays, man. 50-yarder to Van Jefferson.
The first one?
Yeah, that shit was nuts. It's scary, man. It's very scary. What do you think about the Rams? How they looking?
Gotta relax, man. Gotta relax. Because how would it have been if he would have laid a dud on that first game? Everybody would have, you know what I'm saying? Why did you gave him golf for that on 3 rounds? You know what I'm saying? So it's too early, man. I don't know why this season hitting different. I think it's just because all the fans is back.
Yeah.
It's like people are losing the grips of reality. Like it's one in the week, bro. Everybody think Aaron Rodgers is done. You know, come on, bro. Like, you gotta relax. Think Julio's trash because he couldn't produce. Like,
right.
Just like, bro, at least let week 4 come through before we start doing anything like that.
Right. Talking
about I mean, I always thought Matt Stafford was good. I mean, if you know football, you know the game. You know, I know he was always a quality quarterback, one of the best arms in the league. I never thought top 5, but now since he had that game, everybody's like, oh, he's top 5 talent. He's been top 5. That's not the case. You know what I'm saying? Everybody was saying Stafford was trash.
Right.
I liked him ever since he came out of Georgia.
Right.
Everybody know the Lions are trash. I mean, Barry Sanders was there and, it halted his career. So, and he
Yeah.
still made the Hall of Fame. But
And all the injuries he had.
yeah,
Matthew Stafford like had a badass rib injury,
uh,
separated his AC
I
joint
was
in the
in
shoulder
England
hella
and stuff.
time. Yeah, so it's all it's gonna take is somebody hitting him one time, and he's gonna be hurt. And then what y'all got to do? Who's gonna be your backup quarterback? I don't even know who it is on that team. So
Wolford,
who?
Wolford,
Oh,
the
Walford.
dude who
Man,
played last year in the playoffs,
yeah, I feel it.
and
And then
nobody talks about no more.
yeah, yeah, and I hope their defense really can hold up because all I'm hearing is a lot of Jalen Ramsey, a lot of Aaron Donald. They do have young Floyd on the other side, but I don't. Other than that, I feel like they can't be beat. They can't be had. But it's the Rams are a lot of people's Super Bowl winning prediction right now.
Definitely
I
not
don't.
mine.
Yeah, not mine either. But I don't know. I don't know what it is. They don't even have a running back right now. I don't get it. They do, but they don't. They have Sony Michelle and Henderson. We're going to see what they can actually produce. They played the Bears last year. Last week, and the Bears basically almost kept up with them, and they fucking didn't have no quarterback. They had Andy Dalton in there the whole time. Couldn't make nothing happen.
That one, they just, I don't know what they do. I don't even know what's going on in Chicago. That's, Ohio State again. So, of course, I'm rooting for Justin to get his shot. But
Yeah,
it just, it makes no sense. The fans want him to play.
yep,
I mean, I feel that Andy Dalton dug himself in the hole when he said that it was his time. He said Justin will have his time. It's my time now. You
yeah.
don't have to say it like I don't know who
Andy
raised
Dalton.
you. Shout
Yeah,
out to TK Kirkland. But
yeah,
who raised him to say that in the NFL? You ain't won not one damn playoff game, and you get somewhere and say it's my time now, and you didn't have
yeah.
12 years of time. Like,
And couldn't
nah,
get over the hump. Got a lot of coaches fired. And he had a perfect he had a
tough
perfect
killing.
opportunity in Dallas last year, and he didn't do shit with it. Dak went down. They're bad. They could have still won the division. They could have still made the playoffs. Their division was trash. So,
They can do that every year.
and they did not make it happen. So, in my opinion, I feel like just let Justin rock. But I think at this point, they're just trying to get the hard teams out of the way. The teams that they know they'll probably
Get
lose
after
to.
his ass.
Yeah. So, and then after that, when the schedule kind of loosens up, they'll probably throw them in and let them get loose. And yeah, hopefully they don't set them up for disaster.
But like Herm Edwards say, you play to win the game.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I don't know
They,
what they're doing over there because that all sounds great until you're losing. You know what I mean?
yeah.
When you see Dalton doing red rifle dumb shit, it makes you mad.
Yeah. And I don't know what's gonna happen with that, but the Rams, they did look good. They won 34-14. Like I said, it was close in the first half. It was like 14-21. But then after a while, they couldn't get in the end zone. You know how that goes. Dalton's not as mobile as he used to be. So a lot of that shit did pass. Let's get into these. Let's get into these. Let's see the Arizona Cardinals real quick. We got a couple more minutes before we gotta go to commercial break. Arizona, they won 38-13. Kyler Murray looked good. 21 of 32, 289, 4 touchdowns, and a rushing TD. So that's 5 total touchdowns he was responsible for. D Hop, Christian Kirk looked great, 2 touchdowns. Chandler Jones had 5 sacks. JJ Watt's on the squad. AJ Green's on the squad. They got a little speedy Rondell Moore from Purdue. They have a lot of weapons for Kyler Murray. What you thinking about the Cardinals, real quick?
They going to the playoffs for sure.
Yeah,
Um, damn, bro. I'm a little torn with the Cardinals because one of the family members played on the roster, Keyshawn
yeah,
Johnson. I'm sure you
yeah,
know, and he's now in Philly. So we was lightweight rooting for them, even though we hate them and as division rivals. But they just got a wide receiver committee over there. That's
yeah,
like wide receiver in the NFL. A lot of names, I think AJ Green played pretty well for me because he had one play, he made the catch like a little 2 feet in. I thought he was gonna be hurt. Real talk. Like something
yeah.
with his ankle, hairline fracture. I don't know, something.
But he
But
survived
he's
it.
cool. He
Yeah,
he withstood the game. And D Hop, bro,
yeah, too nice.
it's like him and Devontae. I'm thinking top 2 right now.
Yeah,
Real talk. The one in the back of the end zone, bro, and the 2 feet down, like
too
his
nice.
skills is just. But he's been doing that for a long time. He
Yeah.
still don't get the
And,
proper credit. I
and he
think.
just got a contract.
You know what I'm saying? So I think they're gonna be solid. JJ Watt is only gonna help Chandler Jones. What I'm looking forward to most this weekend out of the Cardinals is to see how many sacks Chandler Jones get, because I'm interested to see if he's gonna break the record by Mr. Strahan, or just see like what are these weeks gonna be like? Because 5 to start is a hell of a start.
Yeah.
That's like kind of, but he's always is in the teens.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like Belichick
already has 5. Yeah.
Yeah, Belichick let him go on some Belichick stuff.
Yeah.
It was just crazy, man. Like that, I feel he's like really one of them top guys on the defensive side. Like top 3, top 5, and don't ever get that kind of credit.
Oh yeah.
So you gotta remember that's Bones Jones' brother. So you gonna
go hard. You get your hands off me. Don't you touch me.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely.
But I'm looking forward to tomorrow for that. This is gonna be week 2 is gonna be amazing.
Oh yeah.
There's too much hype
back there.
Week 1 gave too much hype, so it's like, what's coming up next?
What's next, and who's for real, who's not? Because only all the teams can't make it out of that division, because there's gonna be other teams in the NFC that are gonna be raw. So,
but they said we can.
You can, yeah, you can.
Athletically, we can if like some, if second place teams in the NFC are dirty trash, like we could get all the spots. Oh, yeah. But they said our division gonna come down to the end of the division because a lot of our division matches is in later season where we got to play like 2 opponents like in 5 weeks. You know what I mean? Right. Both games. So
it's gonna come down to it, and I hope the Bucks got the bye so they can just watch y'all fight each other and see who wins. But we're gonna get into some more NFL stories and some more teams and some surprising stuff from week 1 right after this commercial break. It's the Best of Bias podcast. Right back with you. We got Kev in the building. We got creator, entrepreneur, creating alternative minds, Cam's Katering, all that. Since 16. We're gonna be back. We talk more about it. It's the Best of Bias podcast. It's your boy Lydell Dinero. Yeah, you know what it is.
PC equipped with a couple of psychos, PC we roll with a couple of crazies. Those that are pull the heat and have you pushing the daisies. Couple of psychos. PC we roll with a couple of crazies. Those that'll leave you stiff and ain't no ifs, ands, and maybes.
Welcome back, everybody. It's your boy Lydell Dinero. We got Kev in the building, talking sports, man. NFL more in particular. We had week 1 just passed, so we talking highlights, some of what we saw and what we expect from this season, man. So let's move on. Let's talk about these Saints, man. This NFC South. You know what? I'm repping Tampa Bay Buccaneers, so I'm viewing these NFC South teams, seeing what I see this year. We see Jameis Winston out here dropping dimes, I guess. 14 of 20, 148 yards with 5 touchdown passes. 5 of them. But we've seen it before. We've seen this before. We drafted him. I've seen him in his 5 years of being with the Buccaneers. He has these highlight games.
Not hating. I know you ain't hating on him.
I'm not hating on him. I love Jameis personally. Yeah, he's my boy personally. Not my boy personally, but I like him. You know what I mean? But he's getting off right now. But I know what he's capable of. He got his eyes fixed. He lost some weight. So if maybe he's gonna be playing perfect out there for him. They got Marshawn Lattimore back. I thought he was gonna be in jail for some bullshit that he did. He got in some, I think, either a domestic dispute or did some shady shit and was, in some legal trouble. So I thought he was gonna be out for a while.
Significant other or a person?
I don't know exactly. I don't really. I could be talking outside of my neck, but I thought that man was gonna get suspended for some shit, I don't know. But he was at the last game. He was in the cast. I'm not really worried about the Saints right now. I think Drew Brees kept them together. Our O line is gonna be better. What's up?
Jameis not gonna keep them together?
He will, but I know he's gonna make mistakes. He ain't gonna play perfect football, and those mistakes are gonna be big.
How you know that?
He was on the Bucks last year or the year before last. Through
Not Tom Brady.
30, he had 30 interceptions and 5 lost fumbles. So I know what he's capable of.
Hayden once had 20 something.
That's fine. Now, yeah, and it could be Bruce Arians' playbook that held him down, but we're gonna see. And we have 5 years of history to tell you that I know what Jameis Winston has to offer. But maybe Sean Payton this first year will have him right enough to make some noise and make the playoffs. Who knows? But that's only going to be taking a spot away from y'all. Not y'all personally, but y'all division. You know what I mean? Because
yes, literally, it won't be us. Literally, it'll be them Seattle because they always crumble at the end. Russ stopped cooking. He let another chef come in. So if the sous chef take over for us, we'll be good.
Yeah.
We can at least get that wild card.
Yeah, of course. That's what I'm saying. Like, you don't the Saints are gonna have to win a wild card spot too, because they ain't winning the division. So it's gonna be like it's gonna either be 3 of y'all or be I don't think it's gonna be 3. It's gonna be 2. Yeah, it's gonna have to be 2. Because there's 3 wild card teams now.
Yeah, but we might get 3 of those.
I know you might. That'll be crazy. Because somebody has.
If they lose to Green Bay, they're done.
Yeah.
If the Bears lose again, they're done.
Yeah, a lot of teams are looking bad.
Lose again, they're done.
Yeah, a lot of teams are looking down bad, and then you have to have, it's going to be who they play. Yeah, the Cowboys probably going to win that division.
Why is everybody saying that?
I don't know. I'm just thinking they have a lot of talent, and they seem more put.
Game and everybody just writing the Eagles off like Eagles ain't.
I like the Eagles. I like the Eagles personally. I don't know. I just feel like everything else on these other teams is pretty new. Seeing Saquon's just coming back. A lot of the weapons of the Giants are new. Galladay's new. Danny Dimes is improving. Washington, Heineke, he had a good game this Thursday. But it's like, you don't know about that quarterback. Their defensive line was, given some fits by Washington's O-line. So you never know how they're going to turn out. The surprise team is actually the Eagles. Jalen Hurts. I always thought Jalen Hurts is capable. If it's not his first year wherever he's been playing, the second year is amazing. Alabama, same way. Oklahoma, same way. And I feel like the Eagles are going to be the same way. It's a track record. He has 1 year to learn. After he gets that year of learning, he tries and puts the time in to be great. And he comes back the next season and he balls out. And that's what he's doing right now. And I think with the weapons he has, Jalen Reagor last year was hurt all season, didn't really have a chance to shine. Kenneth Gainwell coming out of the backfield is going to be another nice weapon for him. Dallas Goedert, They have a lot of weapons over there, like scat, quick pass, fast guys that can help him out and win that division, man. That division is actually more up in the air than we actually think. We don't really know if the Cowboys defense is serious.
They're going to win it. I'm going to put $200 on the Eagles to win the East.
Okay. I feel it. It's possible.
The Cowboys ain't doing nothing right now, bro.
Yeah.
In fantasy, I know he better do more than 5 points.
Oh, yeah. I had Zeke on my team, too. So, yeah.
I know, man. They might. They're going to lose tomorrow.
Yeah, I think so, too. You know me. I'm an Oregon fan, so, Justin Herbert, he going to go out there and ball against him. Last week. Oh, yeah. You see his ass?
He balled, like, under the radar because I was in Reno, so I'm betting and doing all this. And, it was a nip and tuck game.
Right.
So I didn't really see what he did. He had over 3.
I was watching the game, because he's my fantasy quarterback. He's standing in the pocket, delivering passes. He was like 74% on third downs.
13 for 19, 14.
Yeah, he was getting off. I've seen it at Oregon. People thought
third down opportunities. First of all,
right.
They were 14 of them converted.
Those DBs were getting chopped up. They have low-key really good receivers and tight ends on that team, veteran receivers and tight ends that know how to run routes. And if Austin Eckler can stay healthy, the line, they just spend a bunch of money on that center. And they got 2 new linemen, actually. Rashawn Slater is on the left side, played left tackle, held his own against whoever. It was a big name that he was holding his own against. I forgot who they played exactly last week. But whoever it was, he was
Montez Sweat.
What's up?
Chase Young or Montez Sweat?
Oh, for sure. Yeah. He was holding his own against them and he was getting off. And yeah. So I think now with the good O line for him, he can stand in the pocket. He can deliver. He has a strong ass arm. So he had one mistake. I think it was like a tip ball interception. And that I think almost lost him the game. But they actually were able to come back and hold off the win. But yeah, he has a bright future. And the Cowboys now, since we're talking about the Cowboys, with DeMarcus Lawrence being hurt, breaking his foot, he's going to be out for like 8 weeks. Yeah, so he's not going to be there. And Randy Gregory on the other side, who they're using as defensive end, he got COVID. Yep.
Or is he going to play for him?
I think he might be out.
Good test.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. Yeah, he might be out, so I'm not sure. So if they have him out, it might be bad for him, you know what I mean? And I think DeMonte KZ is out. He's injured. So their defense was already kind of soft, and now their best player is hurt. They're going to have to rely a lot more on Micah Parsons. It's Micah Parsons. I saw in his first game that he's aggressive. He's good. He'd be everywhere, but I don't see him really that good as an edge rusher. He's not really that big. He's fast, but I don't think he really has many pass rushing moves. And they try to line him up on the outside hella.
You got to learn some technique.
Yeah. So, the defense, the Cowboys are going to have a lot of work to do this season. Dak Prescott looked really good. We could talk a little bit about that Thursday night game so I could get into the Buccaneers talk a little bit. Dak really did go off, but I didn't really write down his stats. But I know he had 400 yards and about,
For week 1?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was like 30-something for 58.
He threw 58 times. He did.
Yeah, 403.
Like at least 3 touchdowns. At least 3. Yeah, he was going off. Oh yeah, the pick wasn't his fault though. The pick wasn't his fault. A lot of the picks in that game weren't Tom Brady or.
Well, Tom Brady threw the Hail Mary, and that one, that was just like, as a quarterback, I was just like,
yeah, nigga, like what's going on right after the fumble too? Like, what are you doing? And as a running back, I like Leonard Fournette a lot. Him and Ezekiel Elliott coming out.
He reminds your stature was like that.
Yeah, those guys were my favorite coming out, and I'm like getting him on the Buccaneers now, and seeing what he did last year in the Super Bowl. I had high hopes for him, but now it's like he doesn't hit the holes hard enough like I really want him to. He had some catches in the game, but he drops a lot of balls when it really matters. Like early to establish, a pass game, to do some play action stuff. When Tom Brady throws him the ball, he drops the ball a lot. You know what I'm saying? And that gets him in trouble a lot as well.
But that's playoff Lenny. He's playoff. So.
Yeah, and we do
those times.
And we have it's all good. We have like a lot of running backs that we can use now. So it's like running back by committee. And once one get in the doghouse, we have another running back ready to go. We just got Giovanni Bernard too, so he's just getting ingratiated into the system. So it's gonna be good. Tom Brady was slinging that thing out there, 32 of 50, 379, 4 touchdowns. The 2 interceptions, like I said, one was on a Hail Mary that like tipped right off of 2 people's hands, and one of the Cowboys players caught it and almost ran it back. It was almost a disaster. And then the second one was that tip ball by Leonard Fournette, tipped right out of his hands. It was crazy. It was crazy. And a bunch of wide open throws. A lot of receivers dropped balls. Chris Godwin dropped a bunch of balls. He dropped like 2, I think.
Oh man.
Yeah, he's great. But he needs to catch the ball and protect himself.
He might be Hall of Famer type.
Oh yeah, and
Tom Brady really likes throwing to him.
Yep, and he's like on a contract year right now too. So he's playing under the franchise tag this year. So we got to pay him next year. So have him and Mike Evans. What's up?
I think he's gonna be gone.
I don't think so. If we win a championship again,
Mike is y'all cornerstone guy. I think Godwin. I just feel like after he got tagged, I know to try to run it back and all. I just feel he's the odd man out just from him being tagged. Because Mike already got the deal, you know what I'm saying?
He got his money, and he made a lot of contract renegotiations to give money to other players on the team for this year to sign everybody back. We got all 22 back, all 22 starters. And next year we'll be able to pay him money. We push money to the side. It was a low cap year because of COVID last year. Once that money jumps, we're gonna be able to pay him. Oh, I don't know where else he would really go.
Deal, be able to give him a big bonus.
Right, yeah. Yeah, we'll figure it out. It's just, Yeah, I feel like after a while, excuse me, he won't really want to go anywhere because of the success in Tom Brady. If Tom Brady's gonna stay, he's gonna get in his ear and be like, "Yeah, you need to stay here. We can get it done." Mike Evans is about 28. He still got the prime years.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got Gronk, man. He was just getting off. Mike Evans didn't have many catches this game. A couple of tip balls came his way after a couple of Cowboys players tipped it. He could have made those plays, but I don't know, man. He just seemed off. I think he's gonna have a good game against Atlanta, though.
I think he's gonna have. It's gonna have to be because I think AB. I think Brady's trying to put AB. I think Brady's trying to get AB paid
Mm-hmm. I
purposely.
feel it. I feel it.
My bro, like you know what I'm saying. Like AB about to touch 100 receptions this year.
I feel it. I want him to, man.
All of them. I think he's gonna get the 100.
Because he's gonna eat up every third corner on every team because there's no way they'll cover all of them. Yeah, it was nuts.
I was like, come on, bro.
Yeah, it was too easy. Way too easy. Godwin had 9 catches. Gronk had 8 catches. AB had 5 catches. AB had what do you have? 105 or 121 in a touchdown. Chris Godwin had 105 in a touchdown. But that fumble at the end was costly, man. We could have put Dallas away. We would have went up by 8, or a little bit over 8, or something like that. But Chris Godwin was spinning and twisting at the 1 yard line. What's up? Yeah, 2-possession game. It would have been a 2-possession game. We could have closed them out. But he fumbled trying to make a play to get into the end zone. And shit, I was holding my breath. And we were able to, our defense was able to hold up. People were not aware, though, that we lost our one of our starting corners in the first quarter, dislocated his elbow. Yeah, and our starting strong safety is who's like the rangy hitter. He was out with a hamstring, so our DBs were depleted right there, and Dak Prescott. Yeah. Whitehead was out. So it was a lot going against us as far as because they have a good ass receiving core. So they chopped us up and went after our third corner every time. And Jamel Dean, he's raw. He's a 4'3" guy, 6'2", has a prototypical size, but I feel like he's not really used to being targeted or, getting the number one receiver on him because every time Amari Cooper was on him, he routed him to death. CJ Lamb routed whoever he was on to death. Carlton Davis, our number one corner, who's also in line to get paid. This nigga has a hamstring injury too, and he might not even play against Atlanta this week. So it's a lot going on. But week 1, our offense looks to be on track, and just like it was last year, like a well-oiled machine. But this defense is gonna be interesting. We're gonna have to see if we can hold shit together because I know our front 7 and our linebacking core. Devin White, Levante David, our new defensive end we got from Washington, Joe Tryon Shoyinka. That boy is big. Boy, he didn't play last year at Washington, but we drafted him in our first pick in the first round this year. That boy's getting off. He already had a sack. He might win Defensive Rookie of the Year. Watch out for that guy. Watch out for him. Yeah, big stuff. Big stuff. Look out for that guy, especially
need to start the hometown kid, Nashawn Wright, out of Oregon State, man. He's 6'4" corner, man. Old school Brandon Browner days, you know what I'm saying?
They probably will because Anthony Brown is trash.
Brown is getting toasted.
Yeah.
Sarah Lee bread.
Yeah.
Shout out to you, bruh. Your opportunity coming, man.
Yeah, man. You need to make some changes back there because he got toasted by AB. Toasted. That's why they say it. That's why Mike Williams said,
yeah. About to get paid, bruh.
Yeah.
I'm rooting for him. Like that little 30, I know you can't make up money after you lose the deal like how he lost with the Raiders. You know, you're trying to sue him and stuff. He's gonna get paid, bro. That's Brady's mission. Like he's going to have like 12 touchdowns, 1,000 yards, and he getting 100 receptions. AB, the 6 years in a row he did, and then he gonna make sure he getting that haul.
And that shit, Gronk is just open all the time, and he just seems to zip it right into his hands, and he catches everything.
That little one, the little hot pass where Gronk, the little goal.
Yeah.
I was like,
yeah.
I mean, like,
yeah, I was like, he caught that shit.
That was a good one.
It was nuts because Derek had a Gronk in fantasy too. I was like, damn, stop throwing it. He's wide open. He caught one with one hand. He had 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, he's gonna eat. He might eat too. Don't let him.
Exactly.
They're gonna be like, man, I don't think he's gonna finish until Tom finishes.
Yeah, and Tom said, Tom said 50.
I don't.
I don't think so either. We had to invest every draft pick in a.
I think Brock's with him all the way till whenever.
I know. I feel that too. I feel it because Gronk's in the best shape of his life right now. The best shape he's been in a couple of years.
No ailments. He always digged up. He been good all last year, this year.
Yep.
Game, but you know how Gronk be.
Oh yeah, and our schedule actually is pretty easy as well because we didn't win our division. We came in as a wild card team, so we were able to get an easy ass schedule. I mean, in terms of on paper, we have Atlanta this week, who just lost to the Eagles, who couldn't stop them for anything in the world. So I think Brady's about to have a field day. Gronk, Mike Evans had a bad game last game. He's gonna make up for it this week for sure.
Over on that, man.
Yeah. So hopefully,
a lot of points. I need Brady to have 5. He's my fantasy quarterback as well. So he did his thing. He had 32 points from me last week.
This game might be bad though. Honestly, they might pull him by the third quarter because he might have
He is not letting them pull him.
You might have 4 in the first half. You got to take him out of the game. You're gonna have to. This Tom Brady because he's old. Give Kyle Trask a chance. Give Blaine Gabbert a chance just in case anything happens, knock on wood, because they have to get some game action. The way they was playing last week and the way the receivers were able to get open, Mike Evans is going to serve their number one corner, whoever it is. And if not, Godwin's going to get open on their second corner. And then AB's going to get open on their third. And if safety going to try to cover, what safety's going to cover Gronk? I don't know. And we still have 2 tight ends in the tuck that we haven't really used. OJ Howard and Cameron Brate just sitting there waiting. So... And
because them are some boys right there.
Yeah.
That deserve a rock. And I know,
So they might be trade chips. I think OJ Howard might be out the door. I think Cameron Brate. Yeah.
Raw.
Yeah. They might be out the door as well, given some injuries out here in the NFL. So who knows? Week 2 is coming in fast. Let me see what else we got. I got some topics here if you're willing to go through some of these NFL topics. Who do you think the biggest threats are in the NFCDO 49ers?
As a whole or in our division?
Either as a whole. In NFC. Who's stopping you from getting to the Super Bowl?
Damn. That's a good one. I hate playing Seattle. I just hate when we play Seattle. I know it's like lightweight new regimes and all that, but in some kind of way, I still am haunted by that Sherman play on Crabtree. Disrespect him, his spit on the TV and shit. So I'm still mad about that. So I would say them or maybe Tampa Bay, but like we're gonna kill Green Bay. Like we just have their number. They can't at all. I don't know what it is for Rodgers, like. You know what I'm saying? Maybe it's because he felt he should have went to us number 1 overall over Alex Smith that year in the draft, and he just shook. You know what I mean? But we get after him. The Saints, I love Jameis and all that, but if he had to see us first round,
he'd be too shook.
We ruthless. So
I
really only feel it could be Tampa Bay or Seattle. Honestly,
no Rams. You don't think the Rams are a threat?
Hell no.
Hell no. He said, hell no. I feel that. In my eyes, I would say the same thing, man. I'm just looking at your division as a whole, man. If they make the playoffs, they can make some noise in a 1-game situation. And I don't know, anything can happen. We caught steam at the end of last season, but anything can happen this year. I know Kyle Shanahan can scheme you to death. I know Sean McVay can scheme you to death. And they have some talent in that defense that can cause Tom Brady to get out of his element, that pass rush. Every team out there got that pass rush. Every team. What's up?
Aaron Donald was really kind of choking in the playoffs last year.
I feel it because he has to get doubled, but at the same time, it's like,
thanks, man.
Yeah, but at the same time, the other guys, it lets those DBs to make plays in those sub packages because I don't know. I just feel like blitzing linebackers have straight shots at whoever the quarterback is after Aaron Donald gets taken out of play with the double team. I think that's what.
Hey, man, just Aaron Donald and then having just Jalen on the back end. Jalen could lock down that receiver. He got a guard, but they got rid of Hill and Johnson.
Yeah.
And to the Browns. So
I feel it.
At all. Like that was a good win. Like it's Chicago Bears. Gotta relax.
I feel it. It's just teams to me that have a potent offense that can actually do something against our DBs right now. It's what I'm kind of nervous about. Other teams that I don't know. It's pretty much the NFC West. I don't really look at anybody else as super big threats. I feel like the Vikings can make noise in their division. The quarterback's not really that good, but I feel like the defensive players they have.
Cousins got his robbery, his bank robbery was successful.
Oh yeah,
All the money he needed in life for his kids. It's over for him.
they have a backup quarterback though that they drafted out of Texas A&M that I feel like if he gets a little bit of tutelage under his belt, when it's his time, they'll have him right. Kalen Mond. I think he'll be okay there. You know, Kirk Cousins, you have, let him do his thing, keep them afloat, but they got a receiving core. I don't know if their line is the best. They drafted Christian Darrisaw to put on their line. Fucking Dalvin Cook's, of course, got paid. He's great. I love Dalvin Cook coming out of FSU. I wanted him to go to the Bucs. If he would have been on the Bucs, he would have been a great running back for us, being a Florida native as it is. He's been hurt a little bit, but he's nasty. Last year he had like 1 million touchdowns.
Yeah, that was
So
I'm just, speaking of true facts.
yeah, Justin Jefferson, he was the man. I'm looking forward to his future. So that's a team. But me personally, the only other team that I'm rooting for in the NFL right now will be the Chargers on the AFC side because of Justin Herbert. I don't feel comfortable rooting for anybody else. That might be the only other NFL jersey I get, just for him being one of our best quarterbacks coming out.
Jackson jersey just because for the culture.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I have to represent. He's looking good, man. Everybody told him he wouldn't be nothing. Everybody thought Trevor Lawrence was better. Everybody thought this, and that. Herbert's real, man. He's out there dropping dimes. He's going to bring fans back to LA for the Chargers. I'm telling you, man. You might not
understand that his personality and shit. He was too smooth, it don't really matter type. But
right, he was too quiet. He was a quiet leader.
They've been talking him up this offseason, and he backed it up last week.
Right, yeah. Talking about how he's a 4.0 student. And he's a tutor. He used to tutor kids, so he knows how to talk to people to help them get along in the game plan and to promote camaraderie and shit like that. But I know Justin Herbert, huh?
I'm rooting for him for sure.
Yeah. That division's gonna be tough. You know what I mean? Regardless, but they've always been. Well, last year when I started really watching them because of Herbert, on the precipice of winning, they always lose at the end on some stupid field goals, some stupid turnovers. And once they can shake that off of them, I think they can be good. I've wanted Keenan Allen to do good for a while too.
This year.
Yeah,
he's probably one of the best route runners in the league.
Yep. So yeah, we talked a little bit about the Packers. What do you think Aaron Rodgers is going to do? You think he's playing bad on purpose? You think last week is an off game? What do you think is going on?
That interception off the end zone. That was a fuck y'all, bro.
Yeah. It's over. It might be. We all know he's leaving. Him and Devontae don't want to be there no more.
Back, and I have not ever. Coach Senna used to make me mad sometimes. Yeah. I felt didn't show me enough love. Rest in peace. But I ain't never been that mad to just Kenny doing a deep post, and I see him, but I see some two safeties, and I'm just throwing that motherfucker as far as I can because I know he ain't gonna get to that. I don't know. And then the numbers, man, it's that's Chico, man. That's A-Rod, man. That boy cooler than the other side of the pillow, man.
Yeah.
He don't care. He one game, you know what I'm saying? He got the little man bun.
Right.
And he doing a little kumbaya, little studio sessions on the State Farm commercials this year. He chilling.
Yeah, and they play the Lions in the second game. Yeah, he's going to get off on the Lions. They're going to destroy the Lions.
Yeah, him and Devontae finna bro, all right, because Devontae got to get at him, bro. Just for me too, you feel me? I need a new deal. I need to be the highest paid receiver wherever I go, because I think he finna go to the Raiders.
You think he'll go to the Raiders?
Or he's going wherever Derek Carr go if he get the boot. But if Derek Carr get the Raiders to the playoffs, I believe they're gonna keep him, re-up his deal, bring Devontae in, super big weapon for him.
Yeah.
You like that.
How'd you feel about that Raiders game? That shit was nuts. It was the most Raiders game of all time, I would say.
It was what?
The most Raiders game of all time. It's like you know what does that mean? That means of course the Raiders have talent. They feel like they should win a game. They could be winning a game. They could have the game in the bag, but they'll do something to mess it up right at the end.
They didn't have that in the bag though, cousin. Sorry.
They did.
It was 14-0 Baltimore.
But they had the game won. And
The bag, Baltimore had a damn hole in their trick-or-treat bag. All the candy fell out.
But they could have won the game in overtime, and he threw an interception.
You look
From
at
the 3-yard line.
Yeah, you're looking at the end result. But see, that's like that was where
They should have won that game.
That's why that hocus pocus came in, because Snead and banging it off the helmet and intercept. That was all weird and all that.
They should have ran the ball.
Lamar should have, man, they should have whooped them.
Yeah. They don't have no ACLs on that team.
The second fumble was like, bro, you don't want this game.
Right, yeah. Yeah. They should have won. But
out of that.
The Raiders
good for history.
Yeah.
Go down as one of the best Monday nights, but I feel Raiders ain't gonna do it, bro. They're not gonna.
I don't either. That's what I'm saying. The Raiders are the Cowboys of the West Coast.
They're gonna be trash. Wow. They're gonna be like, what is it, 17 games? So they're gonna be like 8-9.
Yeah, that's another thing coming out of that AFC West.
He's gonna get rid of Woo Wop, Derek Carr. Derek Carr go fuck around, go to Houston or some shit. Yeah, let's see what Devontae do. Because he's gonna try to revive his brother's legacy in Houston when they first.
Shoot, that means putting Deshaun in Las Vegas. Is that what you're saying?
Not if Derek Carr leave. I think Derek Carr going to Houston.
I know, but they would have to trade him, right? For Deshaun Watson. So Deshaun Watson would become a Las Vegas trader, right?
No, because I think they could get off of Derek Carr after this year.
Oh, he's on a contract?
Let him, and I'm thinking he would sign with Deshaun, bro. Don't nobody know nothing about that.
That's what I'm saying. By the end of this season,
stay underwater. Like every week, I'll be like, is somebody gonna resurface with a Deshaun story? And it just be
yeah, and they just be saying he's inactive.
He might win, bro. If Houston beat the Browns,
I don't think that's gonna happen.
Baker
fucked that game over. They need Odell. That's all I think of it. They need more weapons, more experience in their receiving core. They need more experience. They don't have nobody out there that can really know what to do except for Jarvis. They have Shorts. They were throwing the Shorts all day, and he's a rookie.
You going through all your answers are off the end result.
No, what do you mean end result? I watched the whole game.
They were up 14-0. They was up.
And they let them come back. They had two blunders. Somebody, Nick Chubb fumbled. That'll happen. And the punter, they got the block punt to put the Chiefs in range.
He could still punt the ball.
Yeah, he should have punted the ball. He still could have punted. Yeah, that's not really Baker's fault. I think he needs weapons. He can't make shit happen himself, so he needs playmakers that can do something with the ball.
That says something.
Yeah, exactly. I don't think he's the best quarterback. I just think he just fucking lost that game because he had no Odell to beat somebody over the top to get open. Like, they have no big play guys.
Think Odell would have mossed the dude when he was trying to scramble out the pocket and he got tripped up and still threw the ball and gave that interception away?
No.
That's
no. That was bad. Yeah, of course. But he would. Yeah, there wouldn't have been drives where they were moving the ball at will at the beginning. There wouldn't have been drives where they stalled out if they had Odell, that extra playmaker. They would have had successful drives and have Mahomes make even more of a comeback. His comeback was okay, but they put the ball in super position for him to score each time. It's not like he drove the whole field. He started like at the 30, started at the 40. So of course he's gonna score a touchdown.
That nigga be irritating me because
and those runs, those scrambles.
Don't get me wrong, it's just how everything for him is so situational, and it just propels him to look like this godlike thing.
Yeah,
because he always coming back. You feel me? Like it's Houston and come all the way back, win that. Like down in the Super Bowl, like he raw, but it's like
he's good. But I feel like people be letting him do shit like those scrambles. Those are ugly ass scrambles, and nobody be touching him.
Even the one last week against the Browns.
Yeah, yes, that's what I'm saying. He should have got blasted.
Plowed through the goal line. Like, wait, what the fuck?
Every week, it's like, what the fuck does he got on the NFL to make?
They would have blasted Cam. They're like watching him.
They would have fucked up anybody else. That was irritating the fuck out of me too, because I know, damn Baker, fuck, like, what are you doing? Like, why you even throw that? Just take that fucking sack. Like, why are you throwing that? That was the dumbest shit of all time. I don't know. He doesn't have it. Like, nobody has speed except for Schwartz, and because they traded what's his name? Callaway's not on the team anymore. That was their other fast guy. They had Donovan Peoples-Jones from Michigan. And that man, he ain't got no speed, but these are all route runners. But you need that playmaker that's gonna get you open. They double teaming Jarvis because that's the best receiver on the team. You need Odell opposite. You need him.
I made a mistake. I didn't even put Jarvis in last week because I didn't even know Odell wasn't playing. Jarvis 8.
Yeah, he's going to, man. When that duo comes back,
he's raw.
Yeah, it's just Baker, man. I don't know if he can make those throws in those situations.
Issue, bro.
Yeah,
Odell issue, bro. Odell got his own problems. Like, do you think he can get back on track and still make the Hall of Fame, or do you think it's over?
Yeah, I think he can do it. It's just like sucks that he gets so much attention that being average or being above average isn't really good enough in other people's eyes. For him getting back on track from an knee injury, he has to be superstar Odell right away. And that's what everybody's kind of expecting from him. But I think once he gets his feet under him about mid-season, I feel like you'll see an AB type revival. You'll see he'll be confident in his knees. He'll be getting open. A lot of these DBs, I don't think anybody really has a one-on-one DB that can cover superstar receiver route runners like Odell. Hopefully his knees is right. But he gonna break down niggas on slants, on in routes, out routes, double moves. He'll have those plays like he had on the Cowboys. He had those reverse gimmicky plays. Yeah, he can.
That's one play. Man.
I know. That's all you need. You needed one more play to beat the Chiefs. You needed one more scoring play to beat the Chiefs.
But he needs more. I'm talking about Odell, not the Browns.
Oh no, I mean that's where he's at right now.
Being a personal superstar, like, cause like with everything going, it's like a facade around him right now.
Yeah,
everybody's still feeling he's that one hand catch Odell. In like last 3 seasons, no production. Ever since he's been in Cleveland, it's been bad.
I feel it, but I'm a believer.
Reality,
I'm a believer.
You know what I'm saying? So I feel like, I don't know, man. They already said thinking it's over for him.
Well, that's funny. That's interesting. It's gonna make a great comeback story because
AB wasn't hurt. He had all that dead skin on his feet. But AB's a boy. You know what I'm saying? He's been doing this.
AB had off-season knee surgery. He had a meniscus tear. He got something cleaned up in his knee. So I'm telling you, I'm
cleaned up. Look what he did.
Exactly. But it's taken, the number 1 corner, number 2 corner. He's on the 3rd corner each time. He's gonna be open. He's AB. He's gonna be open no matter what. So I can compare his situation to Odell's situation because whenever he steps on the field, he is gonna be the number 1 focus on the team. He doesn't have the luxury of having 2 other Pro Bowl receivers being lined up with him in any given, play set. So, I'm still believing, but it's not looking good right now. But I still have belief in these players because I'm not a person who feels like these players that were once good and one injury, we should toss them to the side. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of the players I've liked in the past, I've known from the past, I feel like they've gone in the wind and haven't had the farewell that I feel like they should. You know what I'm saying? The only person, what's up?
Why is that? I
don't know. People don't. Me personally, coming from a running back's perspective, I feel like the running back position is not really respected in the NFL. They'll give you one thing. They'll give you all the love for, scoring all these touchdowns. Let me just give some examples. Jamal Charles.
Bro, y'all have the shortest lifespan in the NFL.
I get it. But it's like
it's sad, but it's the truth. Like
exactly. I understand. That's what I'm saying. It sucks that it's like that.
What Steven Jackson, like Sean Alexander.
All of them. All of them. You can name all of them.
Thought would have been Hall of Famers, but they didn't get fortunate and lucky like Emmitt Smith or Tony Burchett or Walter Payton or Barry. You know what I'm saying? They only got 4 of them good ones, and then it was over. It's
And,
hella running back stats like that.
and corners like that too. DBs like that. I feel like a lot of players just kind of phase out of the league really fast, and it's kind of crazy.
But
I feel like,
and you never forget them players, bro.
oh yeah, of course not, of course not.
You like, bro, like in your personal little hall of whatever, you be like, bro, they would have made it because they
Exactly. And it's so interesting to me that they're not on rosters right now. It's like, oh, at their peak, these niggas are so great. It's no way their talent has evaporated so fast. It's just crazy to think about. I understand it from a business perspective because shit, with running backs, they come in every year. Every year you have another player breaking so-and-so record, another player better than the next player. And after 5 years of having a good-ass running back, by the second contract, it's like, let me get this fresh running back that's coming out of college who doesn't have all the wear and tear that this player has. So I get it. But it's like, fuck, these niggas that were popping in the NFL, that made that career for themselves, that name for themselves, thousands and thousands of yards. It's like niggas are free agents and don't get signed.
It said, how you feel about Zeke?
I like Zeke. I'm a fan. I think he's going to do well. I think this next game he's going to really show it. I was just kind of quiet about it because I didn't want him to do shit against the Buccaneers. We arguably have the number one rush defense in the league. Last year, every team only averaged like 78 yards against us per game. So he wasn't going to do nothing against us anyways, but everybody's kind of overreacting about what happened. I think this week against the Chargers, he's going to get off. I think he will, personally.
Oh,
yeah, I don't know. It depends on how they scheme the runs. They run a lot of gimmicky plays over there. A lot of screens, a lot of like sweeps, a lot of shit. I don't know. I think he'll give me at least 2 touchdowns. I'm hoping. He's my starting running back. On my team, I got Najee and Zeke.
Yeah, mine too.
Yeah. So
him and Aaron Jones.
Oh, Aaron Jones, yeah. So
last week too.
Yeah, hopefully the what was that?
I had 2 5-point outputs for my running backs and still won.
No, damn. I feel that. That's a good week for you.
Yeah,
Let's see. Let's talk a little bit about these rookie quarterbacks. We talked a little bit about Trey Lance, a little bit about Justin Fields. I got some stats and some weekend results of what they did. So starting with Trevor Lawrence, he went 28 of 51, 332 yards, 3 touchdowns, 3 interceptions versus the Texans too.
overexertion.
What do you mean? Expound.
Trying to showcase him too much.
Yeah, I feel it.
No way in hell he should have threw 51 passes.
Yeah, everybody's saying that Urban Meyer might,
They had you at running back and needed to give you 15 to 20 carries.
Yeah.
No reason he should have did that. That led to having 3 interceptions.
Yeah.
Yeah, like he got it though. He got it. It's just one of those, just a kind of not really shit. I mean, you could show he had some of them rock the touchdowns. He threw some darts.
Yeah.
I was like, he got it. Like he's the number 1 pick. It was just they overexerted him. They didn't need to showcase him that much. They could have scaled it back a little bit. I'm thinking more around 35 passes. Imagine that. That's 20. That's about, 16, 17 less.
Yeah.
I think his stats would have looked way better because he got over 300 too.
Yeah.
But he's not getting over 300 with 51 pass attempts.
Right. And it was pretty much kind of like garbage time too because the Texans were putting on him for a while.
Then they got don't they? Ever?
They do. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, he didn't really do that well, but I mean, and Travis Etienne got hurt, so they're still trying to figure it out at running back over there. So Urban Meyer has some work to do. A lot of people are saying he might be on the hot seat. He might bail for the USC job, excuse me.
Already?
Yeah, I don't know, but I think he has Trevor Lawrence. I think he has something to build. I think his family loves Florida. He has the perfect job in Florida. He won 2 championships at the University of Florida, so I think he's loving the spot he's in right now.
Man, this 1 week has been crazy. This is like super overreaction week.
Yeah.
The craziest news ever off of this 1 week. Like Aaron Rodgers is trash. He's done. Brady's gonna win the Super Bowl. Urban Meyer's on the hot seat.
I don't think us winning the Super Bowl is after the result of this week. No way. But moving on to Zach Wilson, 20 of 37, 258, 2 touchdowns and 1 interception versus the Panthers. I watched that game personally. I had Corey Davis on my fantasy team. He did okay. You got him too?
but he was on the bench.
Oh yeah.
5 points, and I missed.
No, yeah, he was my flex. I had to have him there.
Ooh, yeah.
Yep, he was named captain this week, so I just felt like he would have a big game in his first game with Zach Wilson. Zach Wilson, he looked good out there. The offensive line just sucks. The offensive line sucks. He's improvising a lot and having to make plays out of nothing like he did in college, but he's realizing it doesn't work like that in the NFL. He did have a touchdown pass to Corey Davis like that, super improvised.
But that wasn't even a touchdown.
I needed that for sure. Got that. I think I got 26 points.
I like him. It's just I didn't know much about him in college, so I'm not even going to be one of those guys to act like, well, because I just seen that pro day, and he slung that one pass they kept showing over and over and over, and I knew he had the arm, but yeah, he looked like he can be a gunslinger.
Oh yeah, he has it. I like I said, I'll be watching Red Zone, so he was out there running. He's like Johnny Manziel. He's like Johnny Manziel in a way. He kind of like gets out of the pocket and is able to run a little more accurate in my opinion. Can get the ball anywhere he needs to get it. It's just that offensive line and that defense. He's going to be in bad positions as far as score. And he has to try to come back every game, and he's going to have to throw the ball around. Without an offensive line, it's going to end up bad for him. Hopefully he can stay healthy, and I'm hoping good stuff for Corey Davis. So I'm going to keep him in my flex as of now because he's my best flex player. So keep playing, keep balling. And I need to ask your advice about Trey Sermon. What do you think? You think he's going to play this week? Think he has like a good chance of starting?
Need to go on the ESPN app and check that out right now. But I hope so, man. Like that's a dog, bro. But like we just mentioned about that valuable position of running back, how they do.
Yeah.
Like that position is so disposable, and it's so like, what have you done for me lately type.
Right.
It's like, I don't know, man. He needs the opportunity. Hopefully he needs the health, of course, but his skill, him with Elijah Mitchell, a hell of a 1-2 punch. Because he has the shiftiness. He's not super, super fast. I'm speaking of Sermon, but he has the shiftiness.
Oh, yeah.
Work and hit them holes, and that would hella help us. So I hope he can make it. If not, we'll get him in this season, and then I think we might have to bring somebody in.
I feel it.
Hasty's a beast. I love Hasty. Hasty is a beast.
Y'all have hella running backs all the time.
You're going to get some run.
I feel it. Let's see. Moving on. Let's talk about Trey Lance a little bit. So we talk about the 49ers. Him and Trey Lance and Trey Sermon too? The Trays. Deuce Trays. Hopefully in the future they have some, have a good rapport, because this game he didn't play that much, but he had one short touchdown pass, right? Trey Lance?
Yeah, 5 plays, 4 rushes, 1 pass.
Okay. Yep. You know what I'm saying? I like that. So you think he has that role cut out for him in some games? He's going to come in and do these like gimmicky plays, red zone plays. You think he's going to come in and get a lot of run this year?
I hope not.
I feel that.
For his sake.
The
same way that Jimmy is disgruntled about splitting the time with him, I'm sure he's feeling the same way about getting the shorter end of the stick as far as 5 plays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? In about a 50 to 60 play game.
Yeah.
So I just feel like for the team, it's working. It's going to work. But for them personally, it's going to be a lot of inner
work. Yeah, ego checking.
For the best of the team, but, personally, like Jimmy already said, and I'm sure like Trey is like, Trey on some like, yeah, man, I came out of FCS, but I could do this. You know what I'm saying? Like, I threw a touchdown in the NFL before Jimmy even threw it. You know what I'm saying? They both had one, but his was first.
Yeah.
I mean, I know Jimmy got us, so all that is going to rub the wrong way anyway. Because Jimmy's going to feel like, man, I'm driving it way to the red zone. Then you throw him in.
Yep.
He's getting the easy read and, pass, wide open Kittle, wide open Dwelly, Sherfield, the list goes on. So
right. Yeah.
It's a cool thing, but I like it. As a fan, I'm telling you, it's going to work.
I feel it.
It's going to be some ruffled feathers. They might just have to, hey, man, let's just get through this year, bro. I'm out of here after this.
Yeah.
But we gotta pray for health and everything, bro. Because like I said when we first got Jimmy G, I was like, bro, yeah, it's cool we got him, but bro, that's one player. Like, do you know what game he plays? Injury percent 100. You know what I'm saying? And what happens if he tears his ACL, he's out for the year. Like,
Yeah.
who we got now? CJ Beathard and fucking Mullins.
Yeah. Definitely. Definitely. I feel it.
Gotta just relax, bro. All this is about relaxing. Week 6, let's see how Kyle Shanahan do with the game plan, and let's see if we 6-0 or you know what I'm saying? Because me and Cam going to that first home game next.
Okay,
Sunday.
let's go.
I'll be there. You know what I'm saying?
All right, that's what I'm talking about.
Heading into that game, we got to take care of business tomorrow. But yeah, man, they just gotta play their roles and do it for the team this year.
Nice. That's what I'm talking about. So Justin Fields, he went 2 for 2, only 10 yards though, and a 3-yard rushing touchdown. We already talked a little bit about Andy Dalton and the Bears, them not knowing what they're doing on offense and not really being decisive on who they're going to choose. They need to give the ball to Justin Fields, but like we said, it's probably going to be a little bit later down in the season when the schedule lightens up a little bit. So the learning curve wouldn't be as dramatic, you know what I mean? Mac Jones, we can talk about. A little controversy here because they did cut Cam Newton for reasons unbeknownst to me. They say, Cam said actually that his presence, his aura, being in Tampa, on the Patriots, being the backup for Mac Jones would be too much pressure for Mac Jones to handle. They think they cut him based on that. Some people are saying because of his stance on getting the COVID shot. A lot of shit's up in the air, but all in all, Mac Jones is a starter over New England. He went 29 for 39, 29 of 39, 281 yards and a touchdown. They almost had that game against the Dolphins. Damian Harris fumbled to give the Dolphins the ball back to seal the deal and win the game. What did you feel about Mac Jones' start? What did you feel about Cam Newton getting cut? What did you feel about the whole situation?
Man, I just want to start off with this because are you vaccinated?
Yes.
Okay. See, I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
So this is gonna views going up.
Let's see what you got to say.
Because I feel terrible about that because I feel a lot of it was about the vaccination issue.
Mm-hmm.
That was a little headline on the Newsweek, you know what I'm saying? And I feel that whole vaccination shit done just split this nation, bro.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Just mentally and socially, you know what I'm saying? Literally socially, because you can't go some places unless you are vaccinated. So
right.
You already got people trying to wiggle around that and trying to find loopholes to get through that. And that sucks, bro, because I feel it is to each his own subject, you know what I mean? It ain't got to be about religion, or whatever your beliefs is. I just feel as a human being on this earth, you have that choice to do whatever you feel is right for you and your family. So with that being said, I feel like that was an unfair shot to Cam because I do think that has something to do with it. As far as skill, though, it just pains me to watch my boy Cam because I am like a huge Cam Newton fan. And as a quarterback, I'm left-handed, but as him being right-handed, how that shoulder looks when he dips back to throw, and it always like he does the arc, but it comes out flat.
Yeah.
When one of those, he's getting bashed. You feel me? And it's like, yeah, it's deserving, but this is like as a fan of his, you want him to succeed so bad.
Right.
So it's also like, nah, man, like, but let him do that QB draw. You feel me? He's
yeah.
13, you know what I'm saying? So I
just in shape and shit, you know what I mean?
Huh?
He looks like he's in shape, recovered from the injury. He just he needed a chance to show that he can do it this year. They didn't even give him week 1. It's crazy.
Yeah, I just feel he got a raw deal in that whole situation. The fact that they talking about why hasn't Ron Rivera called him and all that. He used to for Washington. I think Heineke might have that job, but I don't think it would hurt to bring Cam there.
No, I wouldn't either. No way.
Let him compete with Heineke in practice, and even if Heineke get the next, week or so or 2 weeks, just to have him there, just to get him on the team, man. Because he shouldn't be on the street for sure.
He shouldn't, not at all. So I
It's
think it's
a lot
going to
of
take.
teams. I know people saying, "Oh, well, all 32 teams got their guy." No, they don't.
No,
Like that's a lot of teams, and that's a lot of quarterbacks that Cam Newton is way better than.
right, and a lot of
Just
opportunity
with
for people to get hurt.
The aura alone, like he gonna make some noise in the league, being when he's 32 years old. So
Yeah,
I mean, I'm rooting for him, man. But I mean, I'm not gonna be biased, no pun intended. But
hey,
I'm just gonna, you know what I'm saying, keep it real too. Like he could get a little bit better with his mechanics and his actual production.
right.
I think he deserves a shot, you know, honestly.
I feel that. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of teams that he can possibly go to given injuries. I mean, Tyrod Taylor, I'm hoping he does well, but that's always a destination. Houston don't know what they're doing. If Heineke doesn't work out, of course, there. Who else? I mean, there's a lot of other teams out there. Derek Carr, if that don't work out in Las Vegas, I like Mariota being the backup. He's hurt right now, but I want him to get a second chance. I mean, fucking Titans, if fucking they just paid Tannehill, but
Man,
what?
the Giants.
Oh yeah, Danny Dimes has been fucking up. Yeah, Danny Dimes,
Not Galladay and shit down the little Tony, the kid from
Kadarius. Yeah,
it's like, man, let him go do some shit.
yeah. Sterling Shepard's looking good.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like, let him do some shit, bro.
Yep.
Saquon back like with Cam? Come on.
Yeah,
bro.
yeah. That
He's
would be the.
GM, bro. That's the sad part about it. All you gotta do is play Madden for 20 plus years, and you'll be the best GM in life.
I feel that. We'll talk about that in a second because I am getting my PS5 tomorrow, so we can hop on.
Camera around so you can see mine right.
Yep. Yeah. So it's good. I don't know what game I'm gonna get first, but getting that shit tomorrow. I got my PlayStation Plus. You said Madden?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I do want to get Madden because I'm already in a couple of leagues on my Xbox, so I want to be able to. I'm waiting. John has a couple of leagues. I'm gonna hop in with him, so I'm definitely down to play Madden. You got some leagues. I'm trying to get on some online leagues. But anyway,
I just bet.
it really just bet straight up on head to head.
Players Lounge.
Okay. Well, you're gonna have to teach me when that comes out because I'll be getting in these online leagues. So let's see what else we got here. I think we kind of covered everything I wanted to talk about. Unless you want it's kind of early, but do you have any predictions for who's gonna make the playoffs? Do you think who's gonna be the NFC and AFC championships? Do you have those predictions based off week 1 right now? Or will I have to check in with you later on in the season, have another, roundabout discussion?
Just for some I say we could do this, like the early predictions. And then say about mid-season, about week 9, week 10, come back to those and see if it's the same or has those picks altered.
Okay.
So now I could see the Chiefs and the Ravens AFC Championship game.
Okay. Even with all the injuries over there at the Ravens?
Yeah, because I feel Lamar's going to win tomorrow night. I'm going to be tuned in, ready for that. I'm rooting for Lamar so much tomorrow. So hopefully they get to meet up, however the playoffs go, where they can meet up for the chance to go to the Super Bowl. And then it's going to be us and the Bucks.
Okay.
We're going to either win our division or get that second place spot. And we're going to beat the Rams. We won't even have to see Seattle. We're going to run through Green Bay in the second round. And then we'll be right there waiting for Tom Brady in that NFC Championship game. So I got Bucks, Niners, Chiefs, Ravens.
Okay, and we'll revisit this midseason, like you said. And I'll quickly go over what week 2. And we can even put something on it after a couple of weeks. So if we change it by our midseason predictions, maybe we can put a little something on it. And after I give my predictions, we'll go quickly over week 2 and see what the spreads are and see what you feel about it. But I think my personal picks about the NFC Championship, of course, I think the Bucks are going to be there. Like I said, our schedule is pretty. We have a bunch of rookie quarterbacks, a bunch of teams that are not looking really well. The hardest teams we have on our schedule, Rams, Patriots, Bills, and Colts. And I think the Colts are looking kind of shaky. So yeah. I think that might not even be a hard team.
You're getting too much.
Yeah, that was preseason. I thought this was gonna be a hard team just because that defense is good. But the Bills, I mean, depending on how they look in week 2, we'll see if they're a big threat. I think we're gonna beat the Patriots now. They decided on Mac Jones. I think we're gonna beat them. They offense ain't gonna be ready for us. Week 4, it's pretty early still, so I don't think it'll be completely adjusted and ready. I mean, it depends on what happens with our DBs. I'm hoping we sign somebody, some veteran back there for our secondary to hold us off a couple weeks, especially if Carlton Davis has this hamstring and Sean Murphy Bunting has a dislocated elbow. He's going to be out for a while. And Jamel Dean's good for a concussion a year. So we need to get somebody. We need to get somebody to back us up. But yeah, I do for our opponent, though. It's going to be really interesting. Like I said, I know it's going to be somebody out of NFC West. I believe the Niners are really good offensively. Man, I don't know who it's going to be from that division. I really don't know. I don't want to say the Rams because I don't believe in Matthew Stafford. I have to see it and believe it. Seattle, I don't believe in them either because I feel like it can be had on defense. I will say, I'll have to say because I think their defensive line is the scariest, and I think that's what's going to take to beat us. I will say it might be the 49ers there. It might be. If they can get their shit together, I think they can get to the Super Bowl because, I mean, Matthew Stafford, like I said, in those Rams, I don't know, man. Their offense is gimmicky to me. I feel like they have some talent, but I don't think they have super superior talent on the offensive side of the ball. They have some good defenders, but the couple they have, I don't think their defense is as good as it was last year. And I think they'll be had against a good offense. Seattle, like I said, Russell Wilson, their offensive line isn't really as good as it needs to be. That defense, they don't even want to be there. Jamal Adams barely signed. Bobby Wagner's getting old. I think you can run against them. And Arizona is super gimmicky. They have a good receiving core, but I still think Kyler Murray is the key to making it go. If he gets hurt, he is small, he's light. If some good team gets their hands on him, his shoulder went last year, and it kind of changed the trajectory of the team. The running back situation still scares me. Chase Edmonds, Connor, I don't really like that. So I think talent-wise, coaching-wise, John Lynch is up there in the GM's office. That's my boy. So I think I'll say the Niners, and I have hella Niners family, and I'm from the Bay, so I would like to see one Bay go at it with another Bay. And in the AFC, this might surprise you, but I'm going Chargers Chiefs. I think the pieces that they got back this year, Derwin James coming back, Joey Bosa coming back. They did lose Melvin Ingram, but I think Tillery's pretty good. I think their lineman, Kenneth Murray from Oklahoma, changed his number to number 9. That boy is pretty good. Charles Harris got hurt at corner, but I think Asante Samuel Jr. is going to step up and be raw over there. So I think the Chiefs can do it. If they can come out of that division, be a wild card team, they're not going to win the division at all. But I think they can do it. The Bills are not what we thought they were going to be. Everybody in the Ravens ACL went out. I mean, they have no ACLs. Every running back tore the ACLs. Peters tore his ACL. Marlon Humphreys is trying to do everything on the back end of the defense, and he can't. He got shown up a little bit against the Raiders that last play. They're expecting him to do everything on that defense right now, and I don't think it's going to work out. I think those injuries, they got the injury bug, and Lamar Jackson has to do a lot of shit by himself. So I don't know. We're going to see. We're going to come back to that. But who plays this week? Starting with I'm going to start with the Falcons play the Buccaneers. I think we play in Atlanta. We're favored by 12.5 points.
Y'all at home.
Oh, we're at home? Oh, that's probably why we're favored by 12.5 points. The Niners are playing the Eagles. You guys are favored by 2.5 at Eagles.
Took the over.
Took the over on that? Okay.
Yeah, I'm not going with none of that spread. I'm not going with none of that because
the over is 44. And, what is it? 49? 49 points?
Yep.
Then we have Bengals Bears with a 2-point spread, which is crazy.
Fields playing, but they gonna give Dalton his shot to go back to his old team. Bullshit.
Yeah, that's true. Revenge game.
Burrow's gonna fucking beat him and be 2-0.
Did you take the over or under on that?
I digress.
It's 44.5. So yeah, Bills Dolphins.
That's a
trap game. Yeah, I like the Dolphins in this one. I do. Dolphins at home, 3.5 against the Bills.
If the Dolphins win this game, The Bills are done.
The Bills are done. That'll be nice. I would love to hear that.
Another
Uh,
AFC loss, and that's a division loss. That's going to be very detrimental at the end of the season. You lost to Pittsburgh. Well, I think it's going to be up there, a sleeper team, because I
right.
think they're going to be up there.
Hmm.
They're going to win like 10 games. Big Ben ain't playing.
Broncos, Jaguars. Got Broncos by 6. Jaguars at home, over under 45.5.
I like
I think
spread, but to win.
Yeah, I think Teddy Bridgewater is going to eat this team alive. He ate against the Panthers last week. I think he'll be able to eat against these guys. I was going to pick him in my daily fantasy for my quarterback. He's pretty cheap, and you think he's going to get off because the Houston Texans got off against these guys. I think Teddy Two Shoes, Teddy High Stepper is going to put it on the Jaguars. We got Teddy Tutu, Patriots, Jets. Patriots are favored by 6. Jets at home, 43-point over under. What do you think about that game?
I like the over on that, and I like the Jets points.
Really?
I was in Reno, and I already put my bets in for tomorrow.
Okay.
Damn,
Okay.
Just you saying that, that's what I see right there. Plus 6.5 for Jets with the over.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know where it's at. They could be playing in the basement. Over. Because Wilson, I mean, that's fair. That's equal. That ain't Brady going against the Jets. Remember that.
Right, yeah.
These boys finna be slinging that thing. I mean, New England gonna try to establish that run, but
yeah, Damian Harris revenge game.
Wilson's finna throw it.
Yep, I feel you. Raiders, Raiders and Steelers. Steelers home, win by favored by 6, 46.5-point over under. I think this is Najee Harris's game. I'm hoping for a big game from him. Antioch's own Najee Harris. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like he's gonna get off this game and chop up this defense. No Josh Jacobs for the Raiders this week. Kenyon Drake is gonna be starting.
Yeah, he was stagnant last game. He's way better than what he displayed. I like the Raiders plus 6.5 with the over.
Mm-hmm.
This is gonna be an over weekend because I think a lot of people was just a little too
46.5
that week 1.
Sheesh. Then we got Rams Colts. Rams by 4, favored by 4, 48-point over under. I don't know. I don't think the Colts are going to score that much personally. I think Carson Wentz is I think he is still in recovery mode. I think he might have came back too fast from that foot surgery. He didn't look too good last week against Seattle. Seattle's defense gave up a lot of yards. Tyler Lockett, couple touchdowns. Tyler Lockett won the DK Metcalf. So I don't know about that.
You like the over or under?
For
Rams Colts.
under. I don't think the Colts are going to put up enough points.
I took the Colts. I took the Rams just to win the game and the over. Because the over is like 40-something, right?
It's 48.
Yeah, shit.
You think they got 24 points in them?
No, just about 13 to about 39, 38. I think the Rams, Sean McVay, did you see the glow in his eyes?
Yeah.
He's so excited. He finna let what's the name have a field day.
He can't run though. That's the thing. He can make those plays, but you better hope that line blocks for these boys, that man.
What's the name? Matthew Stafford?
Yeah. He ain't scrambling nowhere. So if
going everywhere.
He is, but if you close that pocket, that pocket on him.
Boys, bro. He got boys over there.
Oh, yeah. He got some quick passers. Robert Woods and Cooper Kupp are right there for those little dink and dunks for him to get those first downs that you really need. But, I feel like if you get Stafford, you close in on him, he's one of those curl into a ball quarterbacks that don't even want to try to scramble out. Those Tom Brady's that just, I'm at too many injuries. I'm going to just curl up and take this sack. I'm not going to scramble out and try to make something happen. So those plays matter in playoff games. He go right down, be 3rd and 12 instead of a quick ass 3rd and 3, 3rd and short because he can't get out of the pocket. And that's how you beat Tom Brady as well. You put that pressure on him. And I don't really know anybody on the Rams line that's super talented right now. They're taking shit over the top. They got what's his name? Old ass left tackle.
Yeah, Whitworth.
Yeah. But I don't know who else is on that line that really, changes my mind that Matthew Stafford's gonna have time to. I mean, maybe his release is hella fast and you don't have to worry about it. But
I mean, they need a fast start.
yeah, definitely.
I'm seeing like a 10-point quarter out of them. If they can get a 10-point quarter, even if coach can get a 3, but what if Wentz get one of them blah blah first drive touchdowns? Who knows?
We'll see. Ty, who's their receiver, starting receiver right now?
It's only week 2, so it's like this is still too early to even say, oh, I know how they play, so they ain't gonna score. We don't know nothing yet.
I feel it. It's still improved.
Red zone gonna be popping at 9:55.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna be up at 8.
What you gotta say? Let's get it.
I'm watching at 8 Fantasy Live. See what Matthew Berry and them talking about who to start real quick.
I'll be watching that countdown at 7 when it start.
Yeah.
ESPN countdown crew. I'll be watching them.
We got a 1 o'clock game. I'm happy.
Fantasy just to make sure, but I'm 5 years straight making the playoffs in my league. This is a big league, so I don't even really try to over invest on the fantasy. It's just that damn, like you were saying, daily fantasy. If I do DraftKings, bro, like I have not ever even been in the money.
Oh yeah, are you in that league that Derek and them are in with Mike? They have like a daily fantasy pool for like $5.
Oh, Mike Ball?
Yeah.
He did invite me to it that last Sunday, and I didn't know what was going on.
They have like 20 people in there. You put $5 in. Whoever makes the best roster, top 2 get paid. You know what I mean? So yeah, it's pretty dope. It's my first week actually doing it.
Last week?
This week actually. This Sundays will be my first week.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do it then tomorrow.
Yeah. So yeah.
And I was on my bad. I missed it. He was like, "Well, all right, be ready next week." I was all right for sure.
Yeah. The more people that get in there, the more opportunity to win money. So we're gonna see. I like that a lot actually. Let's get through the rest of these games. So we got Saints and Panthers. Saints by 3.5, 44. Oh fuck! Hold on 1 second. The Oregon game is actually on. It's 10-7. Two ain't even the game is in the second quarter. All right, so we need to get through this pretty rapid though. So let's check this out. So basically, we got the Panthers and the Saints. Who do you think's winning that game? I think you got the Saints, from what I've been hearing.
Saints with the over.
Saints with the over. Let's see. Let me get back to the NFL real quick. Saints with the over 44.5.
What's the spread?
3.5.
We'll do the money line with the over, because I know we got some bettors that's viewing, so.
Yeah, I'm saying, yeah. For betting advice, well, you got to come to you for that. You know what I'm saying? You know what you're talking about out here.
Yeah, I've been doing this for a long time, so that's what I would take. I wouldn't even mess with the spread. Where's the game at?
The game is in Carolina.
Yeah, definitely. Definitely Jameis money line just to win the game with the over. Pretty low over under. I think Jameis is he got to get them yards. Well, he don't really got to get the yards up, but you know how the critics are going to get at him like, oh, 5 touchdowns, only 150 yards. That's well, what is that? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
As long as they keep doing that.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think it'll still go over. Christian McCaffrey, C-Mac going to do his thing.
Yeah, and Alvin Kamara. So they're going to score a little touchdown.
Because they won last week, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so they trying to go 2-0 too. So this is a division game, so you know what I'm saying?
Yep. So what do we got next? So after that, we got Texans and Browns. Browns are favored by 13.5, 48-point over under. It's a risky one.
Would stay away from it, but I would definitely take the Texans.
I feel it. Ooh, I feel it.
Spread. That's
13.5. That's crazy. Yeah, Baker ain't got that in him.
And it's in Houston?
No, Cleveland.
Still should be good weather out there. A nice little bright sunny morning. They got the 10 o'clock games?
10 o'clock. Yep, 10 a.m.
Yeah, I can see some points scored. Teddy ain't going out. I mean, Tyrod ain't going out.
Yeah, I feel it. I feel that too. Last couple of years, they fucked him over.
This is his last chance.
Okay.
This is his last starting chance. Like, if it don't work out here, nobody's like, he's going to be my starting quarterback. So I think he's going out like, bro, we finna put some numbers up on these fools. Miles and them is coming for him.
Yeah.
Clowney. Hopefully, I just want to see Clowney get a sack because I really root for him and everybody's down on him, but he's a hell of a But I can see that going over, but I like the Texans plus 13.5.
Up for that. For that, we have Vikings Cardinals 50 and a half over and under. 4 points for the Cardinals.
You keep doing it over and over. Nah, I like the over on that.
Yeah, they're gonna score points too.
Cardinals is really, bro. I hate to say it, but I think Kyler is starting to get it.
Yep.
Starting to understand his size and contrasting it to this game in the NFL and understanding, like, bro, you can't take them, not even those little armbar tackles because you're a little too frail for these guys.
Little. Yeah.
Get your ass down, get out of bounds, and then he makes the quickest moves in the shortest space. So he's doing it. So I like the Cardinals to win the game and the over.
Okay.
Those will both be dome games, so I don't think it really matters where it is. I think that's going to generate points.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. 100%, 1,000%, 1,000,000%. So next we got Cowboys and Chargers. You got Chargers actually favored by 3 in LA. 54 and a half points over under. Yeah. At a place where it's going to be mostly probably Cowboys fans.
It's going over, bro. It's going over because Dak's, whether they're down early, Dak's going to get hella yards late. He's gonna stack. He's gonna stack them stats, and it's gonna be. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be like 30-something, 20-something game. I just think the Chargers, and when I say 30-something, 20-something, that could be 28-31, 29-30. But I do think it's going over. But I just think the Chargers. I think Herbert got it, man. There's something about Herbert. The way the perception of him coming out of the draft, I feel, was just so negative. But as the season went along, people started to kind of flip that, and he's a gamer, he's a baller.
Right.
I really think he's the truth.
Yep. He ended up winning the Rookie of the Year. So
and this is so fine, right?
Yep.
Yeah, man. Got to protect this house.
Yep. Got to.
I think the Chargers, they're gonna make some noise.
Yep.
Been there, man. They've been there. Even all those Phillip Rivers years, they was there. That's a good quarterback to come in after Phillip. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Try to get them over the hump. And I think they're going to get over the hump, and I think Dallas is going to be 0-2.
Yeah, I feel that. You hear that, Damon? You hear that? You hear that, Kyle and Sean and all y'all niggas? Yeah, Donnie Johnson, all y'all. All right, so who else we got? We got the Titans and Seahawks. Titans lost pretty bad last week to Kyler Murray, we just talked about. It's a 54-point over-under, 6.5 points for the Seattle Seahawks in Seattle. Yeah.
The under in that.
Yeah.
Seattle won't get that win, though. Tennessee might cover the spread, but I can see the under because you got to get to the – I ain't going to call no man king, but just get to Derrick Henry.
Yeah, give him the ball.
Derrick Henry, yeah.
They'll be able to run on the Seattle Seahawks for sure. I can guarantee that. We talked about the Ravens Chiefs. Chiefs are favored by 4 in Baltimore, 54-point over-under. The night game, 5:20, so it's the night game.
More.
Okay, let's see. We're going to see.
Money line.
Yeah, the money line, 54 points.
To win the game, plus, what is that going to be about? Plus 190. Yeah, baby.
I want to see it happen, man. I want to see the Chiefs knock down a couple pegs.
The Chiefs scored. They just scored too damn fast. So
yeah.
That's the one. I'm like, popcorn gonna be ready for that. I might go to movies to buy popcorn
and come back and watch the game. Oh,
like real popcorn.
I feel that.
Yeah, not that Acme shit. None of that. Not even over Redenbacher.
Over Redenbachers.
Yeah, I need the real Century 16. Come home with it.
Put the butter on it with the little machine. I feel you. It's gonna be a good game. And then Monday we got to top it all off. We got the Lions and the Packers. Packers favored by 12 is at Lambeau. Over under 49 points.
You know what's so fucked up? Lions is gonna cover that spread. They're not getting blown out. You heard it here first, folks. Hopefully you get to see this before the game in case you bet. but I would take the Lions spread at 49. Yeah, that's up in the air. I would leave the over-under alone, and I'll just take Lions spread. That's a primetime game. They don't want to be embarrassed either.
Right.
They
I
just
think
lost.
they got some players.
Yeah, they just lost, and they want to show something. Lambeau or at home, it don't matter. They're gonna fight. This is the NFL. You know what I'm saying? They're getting real frugal with these goddamn motherfucking spreads and shit. They put college spreads up.
Yeah.
They disrespecting these other teams. Like 12, anything over 10 is kind of like, wait a minute.
Bruh, that Oregon spread today?
It's just those are the ones I'm staying away from. But if I had to bet, I'm taking defense.
They had an Oregon spread of 40.5.
Did they cover it? Oh, for today?
Yeah, it's 17-10, but I don't think they're gonna cover that.
But a lot of teams did cover their spreads today.
I feel that.
Some like 56-0. So I'm like, shit.
Yeah, week 2 or week 3 actually. But yeah, I mean that's it for the NFL talk, man. We got to the end, went over everything we needed to go over. We'll check back in with you. This is the point where I like to let the people know, the Best of Bias listeners know where they can find you at, what you got going, and what's next on the agenda for you. Go ahead, take it away.
Man, just trying to get these clothes off, man. I got some new colorways coming for the fall season. We have these Cam's Catering sweatsuits. These just sweats with the KK logo. Have them in black colorway and also in red.
There you go.
So this is stitched, not graphic print. This is actually stitched like authentic jersey. Like I said, they're creating alternative minds hoodies. I have my whole little inventory over here. We have some more colorways coming, the olive green with the tan KK, some more KMU colors coming. And like I said before, everything is extremely exclusive and limited. So anywhere between 5 to 10 items in each. The website should be up and running very soon. Shout out to Williams. That's Clip the Gift, working on that website for me. A little young crypto king right now.
Yeah, I haven't seen that on Instagram.
Yeah, doing his thing. So shout out to you, bro. So that website should be up and running soon. And I want to have a gallery since everything will be so limited. Everybody that cops the merch, I want you to send in a nice, good photo so you could be showcased on the gallery and just up, man, and let everybody understand, like, in a year or so, you're going to be part of history, you know what I mean? You're going to understand what the message really is as far as creating an alternative mind.
For sure.
To just live their life like that. You know what I mean? You feel you can do, you know what I'm saying? I left my day job for this, you know what I mean? I took a leap of faith. So if there's anybody out there that's going through the same thing, like, just know you can do it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard. It's not easy at all. You're going to have doubts. You're going to think, did you make the right decision? But just know you did, you know? Because you have a life to live and you want to be happy in it. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
Protect your peace. That's about it, brother.
Hell yeah.
Always rocking catering. You know, you can find us on the Instagram and Facebook. At Cam's Catering LLC, Kevin Woods on Facebook. And yeah, man, if you want some gourmet quality food, quality is key. That's my motto as far as the food and the clothes. That's what I really harp on and what I live by. So that's about it. That's
what's up, man. That's what's up. Thank you for joining us today. And you already know where to find me as your boy, Lydell Dinero, SAC_Lydell on Instagram, Patrick_Lydell on the Snapchat, excuse me. You know where to find the podcast, Best of Bias Podcast on the Instagram. Same thing on the YouTube. Like, subscribe, comment, do all that good stuff. You can find us wherever you find your favorite podcasts, Google Play, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, all that good stuff. For sure. What else? What was I gonna say? We got more episodes coming soon. We got the episode 6 of What If, Marvel and Disney Plus's What If. What if Killmonger saved Tony Stark? We're going to review that episode, and we're going to put that out before the next one comes out on Wednesday. We got a lot of stuff coming up. I do have some hats in the cut. I don't know if I've showed you my hats that I've started with. I made some out of my logo. I made patches, and I'm gonna get them put on some hats, bucket hats, dad hats, trucker hats, and beanies. So I'm gonna have that out there soon. I am the LLC Best of Bias Media. Started media company, of course. We're expanding the Best of Bias. I know the listeners know that already. Comic books. We're gonna start creating superheroes. We're looking for artists, graphic artists. We're gonna start creating superhero of minority, of color, superheroes of color, because there's not a really big representation of that in multimedia, entertainment, anything like that today. So we want to get some characters going, start our own little thing, within the Best of Bias Media Group. So we got big things coming real soon. We're starting a bunch of stuff. We got music, we have authors, we have a podcast. Of course, you listen to it every week. Big things coming from the Best of Bias Media LLC. Plenty. We got gaming streams. We got all that stuff, man. Anything is possible and everything is possible. Anime Kumite. We still got Doctor Strange versus King coming. We still got Blue Marvel versus, I forgot who we were putting up Blue Marvel against. I think it was Omni-Man from Invincible. So we have a lot of shit, a lot of content. So stick with us, man. It's the Best of Bias podcast. Anything you listening to, anything you want to hear, pop culture episodes coming soon. Bring that bias and we'll have you on, man. Thank you again, Kev, for being on this episode of the Best of Bias.
Better be back like next week. Already.
No, it's all good. You're welcome anytime. Just let me know when you're down to get on here, talk some sports. We need more people to talk sports with. I got people to talk pop culture.
Every week, this gonna be my new segment. NFL check-in.
You know what I'm saying? Yep, I got you. And you're gonna be on here, no problem. But for now, I have to say bye to the Best of Bias listeners. Thank you for being here. See you next time. And where my theme song at? You know where the hell it is. The Best of Bias podcast. Thank y'all. Peace.
It's the best of bias. You need the earful, you should try us. From pop culture to the movies to unite us. It's the best of bias. The best of bias. It's the best of bias.
You are now listening to the Best of Bias podcast with Lydell